The Lakers versus Warriors play-in game lived up to almost all of the hype. I 100% was satisfied with this game. We had a clutch shot from LeBron. It was, Steph and all of the Lakers supporting cast going back and forth towards the end of the game. And today I just want to sit down, talk about the game, my expectations for both the Lakers and the Warriors in the future of this playoffs. Not necessarily their future as a franchise, but that is for another video. Before I get into all that, please do like and subscribe if you enjoy. Helps us a ton. It's really easy to do. All you got to do is just hit the red button and like the video, and we can get straight onto it. So, first thing I want to talk about, this game was amazing. A lot of people are calling it the game of the year. I would definitely say this game lived up to most of the hype. One thing that was definitely different, one thing that happened that I didn't expect to happen was Anthony Davis was atrocious to start. LeBron couldn't hit anything, and Dennis Schroeder was really bad. He could not get anything to fall. Towards the end of the game, he started to pick up, but he did miss a pretty crucial layup down the stretch that, even gave the Warriors a chance to get back in the game. So I thought that this Lakers team is very good. This team just won a finals. Nothing really changed for this Lakers team other than Rajon Rondo left, and that shouldn't be too much of an impact on your finals chances. So the fact that they're battling for a 7 seed is concerning, but as we all know, Anthony Davis and LeBron both missed a ton of time recently, and now that they're getting back into the full swing of, being healthy, I'm pretty confident that this team is exactly what they were last year, a finals contender. It's going to be tough for them just because they have to start, against the Suns. That's a really tough matchup to face in the first round. I wouldn't be surprised to see that series go 7 games. But the fact that, the Lakers team didn't shoot well, LeBron didn't have a great shooting night, AD didn't have a great shooting night, Dennis Schroeder didn't have a great shooting night, and Andre Drummond is on their team, who is horrible, by the way. The fact that all that happened and they still won the game against a team with the hottest player in the NBA right now, Steph Curry, who ended up dropping 37, 7, and 3. It speaks volumes of what this team brings to the table, and that, as bad as they've been recently, it's clearly a case of injuries, and that this team is not one you mess around with, If I'm the Suns, I'm treating this like the Western Conference Finals. This is going to be one of their toughest matchups, if not their toughest matchup, until they get to the finals and have to face, the Nets, most likely, or the Sixers. So that is a lot about the general part of it. I want to talk a little bit more about the game. So, Warriors. Steph Curry. He is insane. He's legitimately a walking cheat code. He shoots, and I am pretty much certain it goes in if it's, even a decent look. He was hitting crazy catch and shoots. He had the 6 step back to end the first half that just, gave the Warriors so much confidence going into the second half. And they had a 12-point lead. This game was mostly dominated by the Warriors all the way until the fourth quarter when the Lakers started to put more of a challenge up than they had in the first. So that was a big part of it. Obviously, Stephen Curry. I also want to talk about Draymond. The announcers were creaming over him the entire game. Love Draymond. I thought he played great. But for somebody to play 41 minutes and score 2 points, I know that's more of a box score stat, and he did bring a ton. He clamped Anthony Davis. He had the most assists on the team. He had 8. Nobody else had more than 3. But I've got to say, I think, man, it just sucks that he can't bring more offensively. It's like every time he touches the ball, he's looking for a pass, no matter what. No matter the circumstance, no matter how open he is, he's always going to be pass first. And while that can be a good thing in some circumstances, it can also hurt the team when they need somebody to make a shot. That last, sequence where they tried to give the ball to Steph with 2 seconds left, and, there was no chance they were going to get it to Steph Curry. Anthony Davis clearly fouled him. They didn't call it because it wouldn't have mattered. It would have been 2 shots. They were down by 3. So that is a little bit of an upsetting thing to see, especially when Draymond is as important as he is to the Warriors team. But as much as I have to talk about his lack of offensive scoring, he is their best playmaker. He is their best defender. He proved his point. Like, he was talking the other day about how he thinks he's the best defender in the NBA. And where I disagree with that, I do think that he's underrated as a defender. And what he did to Anthony Davis to start this game is clear that his impact on the team is more than anybody else other than Steph Curry. So there are a couple other guys. I mean, Jordan Poole had 10 points. He was good when he was a good, decent bench scoring guy, especially when Steph needed rest, because that wasn't most of the game where he's on the bench, but they needed somebody to score without Steph, and Jordan Poole tried his best. He did only have 10 points, and, Andrew Wiggins was also a really big part of this game, but I wanted to see a little bit more from Jordan Poole. Plus, he missed a pretty crucial wide-open corner three that would have tied the game up after that LeBron three that basically sealed the game for the Lakers. So, next up, Andrew Wiggins, great player. I am totally turned around on his future in the NBA. Is he going to live up to the hype that he did in 2014 when he got drafted? No. It's been clear he will never live up to that, and he has not lived up to it now. But he is a starting caliber player in the NBA, and he is an incredible role player. I think that he is going to be very important for any team that gets him in the future. Once that contract's up, I think that the Warriors have a really good trade piece on their hands, unless they want to keep him and continue to build around this core. So, not too much else to say. Obviously, LeBron's shot was incredible.
Two defenders on him. To Caldwell Pope inside. He's tied up by Green. Throws it back up top. James puts up the three. Oh, it's gone! LeBron James from downtown!
I was more than impressed with what LeBron did. He had a 23-point triple-double. That shot was insane. He had a 22-point triple-double. Anthony Davis ended up with 25 points, which is more than I thought he would, because he was 3 for 15 entering the second half. I was very satisfied with this game. And although both, Anthony Davis, LeBron, they didn't have the greatest games in the world, they got it done in the end. The Lakers won. They proved to everybody that they're still, a finals contender. And there's only up from here for the Lakers. I'm going to be extremely, extremely anxious to see what this team can do against the Suns, who one of the hottest teams in the NBA, some of the best players, some of the best coaching. So, with that said, I'm probably going to wrap it up there. This has been my recap for the Warriors versus Lakers game. Let me know what you think about this game in the comments. I enjoyed it to a very high degree, and I know most people did. I saw on Twitter, everybody was freaking out, and they were like, game of the year. I definitely think it lived up to the hype. So, thank you so much for watching. My name is Archer. This is AB Sports, and peace.